Hello everyone, my name is BY H ALKRTY. Um, Today I will be talking to you about the democracy. So my presentation or my short presentation is going to be about democracy. Um, this topic has been divided into uh, seven parts. So we won't be able to cover everything today. But today I will be talking just in the for the first. I will be talking about the democracy overview, and as we doing or as I make this a video or so I will be talking about each of them um, uh, at a time. So I want to be able to do everything at once, so I will be taking talking about each of them at a time. All right. So this topic has been divided into six parts. The first part is going to be about democracy overview. The second part is going to be about democracy and the United Nations. Then the third part is going to be about democracy and human rights. The fourth one is about democracy and election. The fifth one is democracy and civil society. And the sixth one is going to be about women and democracy. And the last one is going to be about democracy, youth, and the United Nations. After that, in each part, I have placed a resource for further information. If you need more um, information, just go to this. There is some link there at the for in the last slides, so you can get more information or gain more information about this topic. All right, let's start it. All right, as I said, this part I'm going just to give you a brief idea about democracy. So we will give you a general idea about democracy. So democracy is a universal recognized ideal and is one of the core value and principle of the United Nations. It provides an environment for the protection and effective realization of human rights. The values are embodied or organized in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and further development in the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which ensuring a host of political rights and civil liberty underpinning meaningful democracy. So democracy is very important, or the rule of law is very important, and it has been recognized for a long time ago, universal. So everywhere in the world has been recognized a democracy. Democracy means protection of human rights. Democracy means rule of law. Democracy means apply international law, and democracy means a development. And democracy can contain everything good. So this is the value of democracy. Okay. um, the United Nations activities in support of democracy and governance are carried out through the United Nations Development Programme (UNDP), the United Nations Democracy Fund (UNDEF), the Department of Peacekeeping Operation (DPKO), the Department of Political Affairs (DPA), the Office of the High Commission for Human Rights (OHCHR), and the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and the Empowerment of Women (UN Women), among others. Such as activities are inspirable from the United Nations work in promoting human rights, development, and peace and security, and that including the following include the assisting Parliament to enhance the check and balance that allows democracy to thrive, helping to strengthen the impartiality and effectiveness of national human rights institution and justice and security system, helping to develop legislation and media capacity to ensure freedom of expression and access to information, assisting to develop policies and legislation uh, to guarantee the right to freedom of association and of peaceful assembly, providing electoral come from election, the act of election, assistance and long-term support uh, for electoral management bodies, prompting women participation in political and public life. That's how the United Nations provide assistance and helping and providing and prompting to prompting the democracy issue in the state. So since 1991, the United Nations has provided various form of electoral assistance to more than 100 countries, including diversity, service, logistic, training, civil education, computer application, and short-term observation. Democracy has emerged as a cross-cutting issue in the outcome of the major United Nations conference and summit since the 1990s, and in the internationally agreed development goal they produced. World leader plead, plead in the Millennium Declaration to spare no effort to prompt democracy and strengthen the rule of law as well as respect for human rights and fundamental freedom. Um, uh, the outcome, a document of the post 2015 negotiation transforming our world, the 2030 agenda for sustainable development, which was adopted by the head of state and head of government on 25 and 27 of September 2015, reaffirming the commitment to the world in which democracy, good governance, and the rule of law, as well as the enabling environment at national and international levels, are essential for sustainable development. The United Nations Assembly has reaffirmed that democracy is a universal value based on the freely expressed will of people to determine their political, economic, social, and cultural system, and their full participation in all aspects of their lives. As previously stated in the outcome document of the World Summit in September 2005, at that summit, government renewed their commitment to support democracy and welcome the establishment of fund the United Nations. So the large majority of UNDEF fund go to the local civil society organization for projects they strengthen the voices of civil society, prompt human rights, and encourage the participation of all groups in democratic process. The United Nations support women political participation, including effort to increase the share of women elected into office and to build women capacity as effective legislator once elected. In July 2010, as part of the resolution on system-wide reform, the United Nations General Assembly created the United Nations Women mandated to coordinate the gender mainstreaming work of the United Nations system. In doing so, United Nations member states took an historic step in accelerating the organization goals on gender equality and the empowerment of women. Um, on the 8th of November 2007, this is the International Day of Democracy. So on the 8th of November 2007, the General Assembly proclaimed 15th of September as the International Day of Democracy, inviting member states, the United Nations system, and other regional or intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations to commemorate the day. The International Day of Democracy provides an opportunity to review the state of democracy in the world. Democracy is as much a process as goal, and only with the full participation of and support by the international community, national governing bodies, civil society, and individuals can the ideals of democracy be made into a reality to enjoyed by everyone everywhere. Okay, so we come to the end about the first part about in terms of democracy, which is just a overview or just brief idea about democracy. So we'll continue um, the video about democracy. So the next video is going to be about democracy as well. So we come to the end. Thank you so much for listening. If somebody interested to get more information about the topic, I have placed some a link or resources. So just feel free and get. You can go to one of this site and gain more information. Thank you so much. Bye for now.